Nightly Sports Call.
Thanks a lot, Susan, and thank you for tuning in to the Allegheny Health Network Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh, back from a 2-week vacation. Glad to be back. We'll be taking your phone calls tonight. 412-575-2600 is the number. Gene Collier will join me. I'm going to ask him about his column about trading Starling Marte. Got a lot of reaction on social media, on the internet, on radio shows. Gene, so you really think they should trade Starling Marte?
I do.
Just because of the steroid use?
Just because of the steroid use, I do. I think it's useful for the Pirates to take this stand on behalf of their employees who don't cheat. And that includes the players, but mostly includes all the people who work for them and just do so much day to day to put a good face on a franchise that doesn't always deserve it. And I don't think they deserve to come to work every day and have to work with Starling Marte. It's just the way I feel about it.
Do you buy his defense?
No.
He didn't know it was in there, and I don't either.
Not for a minute.
Yeah, I think he knew very well what he was doing, and I know we talked about this a lot on the show about how these companies are 3 years ahead of testing. For him to get caught with this, first of all, is just something that he slipped up, but. Second, no one should be doing this if it's not legal in Major League Baseball.
Well, I mean, this has always been my position on this kind of stuff, Richie. And I know this column got a lot of online vitriol, and if it wasn't clear or whatever culpability you want me to take for it, I'll take. But I mean, that's just what I think. Now, I'm not the Pirates, obviously, and the Pirates aren't going to trade Starling Marte. It's just not going to happen. It's just what I would do in this situation.
Yeah, you're a columnist. That's what you're supposed to write, your opinion, right? And this is your opinion. And I think I've seen it. I've seen it both ways, though, Gene. I know you hear about the people that talked a little bit about why would you want to trade Starling Marte, but I think a lot of people came to your defense, too.
Well, yeah, I mean, it went both ways, and I suppose ideally that's what I'm supposed to be doing. If you're not making people mad once in a while, you're not doing this right. That's part of the job. But I mean, that was my honest opinion at that time, and it still is.
Well, speaking of trades, that trade deadline is coming up here right around the corner, July 31st. A lot of people are probably going to miss it because that's when Steelers training camp starts, and I expect them to make a couple moves. I still think they're going to trade Andrew McCutchen. But here's the situation I think that the Pirates are in right now. If they trade Andrew McCutchen, they're not going to get anyone in the seats the rest of the year. You're basically giving up on the season. They're already down in attendance. So that's why I think maybe Nutting and Huntington and these guys will be reluctant to trade him, knowing what you're going to do to this team at the end of the year and what they're probably going to do to their pocketbooks the rest of the year, too.
Sure. I mean, that's a consideration, but it's also a consideration for next year. I mean, if you say you get rid of McCutchen, and say maybe you also get rid of Garrett Cole. Josh Bell's a nice player, and Josh Harrison's a good player. But, I mean, they're having trouble drawing, with everybody there. What's it going to look like next year? I think that's a big consideration also.
Yeah, I think this is a city of stars. I think people want to see stars. They want to see winners, but they also want to see the stars playing. And McCutchen's their biggest star on that team. You trade him away, you're basically saying, okay, this season's over. But what I think the one thing what the Pirates do is they trade him away and they get a bunch of prospects, and now people don't know who these people are. They don't know, like you didn't know who Rivera was. And look at him now. I mean, yeah, that was a good trade, but you didn't know last year. No. And I think if you get 4 prospects in return for Andrew McCutchen, Pirates fans, I think they've about had it already. They're going to jump off bridges.
We're not going to spend $100 to go to a ballgame because you have somebody you think is good in AA. It just doesn't work that way.
All right, let's switch gears to the Penguins. They signed Sergei Gonchar. They added him to the coaching staff. Right. He was basically coaching the last 2 years, helping out the defensemen. So that's no surprise. Right. And it seems like even though they have 3 new assistants, it's really outside of Buckley. He's new to this organization here in Pittsburgh. But all those guys are familiar faces. I don't think they skip a beat with any one of those guys.
This speaks to the depth of the whole organization. I mean, I don't think it's a hard case to make that the Penguins are and have been for some time the best organization in hockey, the deepest organization. I don't have to tell anybody that just about everybody who came up here from Scranton Wilkes-Barre, or Wilkes-Barre Scranton, however they're referring to it, was a good player and a good contributing player. And that's the way the Penguins are, not only on the ice, but in their front office, in their coaching, in their scouting. I mean, it's a great organization that's built to win, and that's why this transition, I think, will go pretty smoothly.
Speaking of their minor league affiliate, Josh Archibald, Derek Pouliot both signed new deals today. Pouliot gets a one-year, one-way deal. Archibald gets a two-year, one-way deal. So both of them one-way deals. Archibald 2 years, Pouliot 1 year. I would expect to see both those guys up here next year.
Sure, I think they will.
I think they're both going to be a part of the team.
Just the sheer number of players you see every year. The Penguins are blessed to have that depth, as we said. And
Pouliot will have an opportunity, maybe to play this year. Sure. Archibald could crack into that the final 12.
He showed he could play a little bit, too.
Yeah, the final 6, I mean. So, yeah, he's definitely showed he could play. So, all right, well, we're going to take your phone calls, 412-575-2600. We got Open Line Wednesday. That's what we're calling it today with me and Mean Gene. Back in a couple minutes.
The Allegheny Health Network Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by the Allegheny Health Network and by #1 Cochrane. Go one better.